Have you ever come across a reference photo and thought, wow, this could be a perfect painting? Everything is in the right place, the light, the subject, and the mood. It's rare, but when it happens, it feels like a gift. But most of the time, references are almost right, but not quite. So what do you do then? Hi there, I'm Chie, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I take an imperfect reference and turn it into an interesting painting using nothing but a little creativity and a good compositional plan. When I took this photo in Sydney, I had something else in mind. I was hoping to catch a seaplane taking off into a glowing sunset, but I wasn't there at the right time. For this painting, I used what's called an S-shaped composition. It's a classic structure where the element in the scene, like a winding path or a river, guide your eyes into the painting in an elegant, flowing way. You can adapt this layout for a cityscape or, in my case, a scene with planes. I remember the feeling of that evening, crisp and cold, with the sun just beginning to set. So I want to capture that mood in this painting. To create the misty feel I felt at that time, I used a wet on wet technique for the background mountains with cool blues, soft edges to suggest that atmosphere and depth. To add some movement into the painting that I envisioned, I introduced a seaplane taking off rather than a stationary one in the photo. It takes center stage in the foreground and immediately draws your eye. And because I was going for a backlit effect, I used some masking fluid to preserve the highlights on the plane before painting it. Behind it, I kept the building from the original photo, but I made it smaller to create depth and emphasize the distance. Since the plane was the main subject, I kept the building loose and indistinct, almost like silhouettes. I have found that making a painting more engaging often just takes a little creativity. If I want to tell a deeper, more compelling story than that scene on the reference, I can add elements like figures, birds, planes, or even animals, whatever fits the scene to break up any monotony. Honestly, it's pretty fun to see how much you can change the narrative by just tweaking a few details in your reference. I also wanted to add a small human touch by adding a tiny figure in the building waving goodbye. Just a simple gesture, but it adds emotion and connection to the place. To reinforce the S-shaped flow, I added a smaller plane in the sky flying off into the distance. This not only supports the composition, it echoes the seaplane in the foreground. It also adds a subtle story like planes coming and going, carrying visitors off into exciting adventures. From an imperfect reference to a scene with movement and story, all it took was a little vision and a few tweaks. The next time your reference photo doesn't feel quite right, don't toss it. Think of it as a starting point and let your imagination do the rest. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, consider subscribing to the channel and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on any future art adventures. Thank you for watching today, and I will see you in the next video.